We're tracking the rapidly changing situation with the global coronavirus pandemic.
In the last hour, the World Health Organization named the new coronavirus a pandemic.
The first case of coronavirus has hit Kansas.
Today we learned that Kansas Department of Health and Environment did confirm with our Sedgwick County Health Department a presumptive positive case.
Hi, I'm Kate Flavin.
And I'm Alejo Cabral, and we're here at Interest Bank Arena. Thank you, Interest Bank Arena, for hosting us, and hopefully in the near future hosting all of you at one of their upcoming events. March 19th marks the anniversary of the first COVID-19 case in Sedgwick County, a moment that hit home for us.
And so now we present to you Sedgwick County COVID-19 1 year later.
You know, this past year has been difficult to say the least. It's been challenging for our families, our businesses, our children, our schools, and our churches, and especially our mental and physical health. We've come a long way from where it all started. Take a moment and look back over the last year. How has COVID-19 impacted you, your family, your community?
I want to thank everyone that has made difficult choices and that has helped us and helped the community during this time, but particularly the Sedgwick County Health Department and all the staff. It's just been amazing how everyone has stepped up. My whole heart of thanks for everything that you have done and everything that you will continue to do.
We know that art is one way to help manage your mental health. So we've checked in with local artist and ComCare employee Kevin Hansen to commemorate the anniversary with a painting. Our community quickly came together to fight the novel coronavirus and COVID-19, and so it's through local businesses, community organizations, and people like you we've been able to fight it.
I am honored and thankful from the bottom of my heart for everyone in this community, from private and public sector, from education, government, business, and industry, that really collaborated and worked together to get us through this pandemic. And I do believe that this county, this city, will be much stronger as a result of all the work that we've done in collaboration for the greater public good.
One of the things that was missing was a lab that could turn around results really quickly so people could feel safe and get to work. So we focused on what we could do at Wichita State, and that was to create a high throughput lab using our expertise in robotics. So going forward, we know that this is going to be a critical piece of the infrastructure to keep this community safe, healthy, and working.
I've been so proud of Wichita to see the way we've come together. The business community really rallied to be generous with each other, help each other find resources, and to be there for each other. And grateful for the partnership with the county and the city and the COVID task force. And I really think it helped our community get through this. And that's part of what's great about being in Wichita. And so grateful to see the light at the end of the tunnel now. And when we look back, grateful for the way many people sacrificed for each other.
Hand sanitizer quickly became a major source of protection. But at one point, it was really difficult to get your hands on some. Thankfully, Wichita Brewing Company started making it instead of its beer.
We did a single batch of sanitizer. It was about 750 gallons, but we've done that probably close to 20 times for a total of about 15,000 gallons. We're just thrilled that we're able to be a part of helping out where we felt like we could help.
Having worked in the medical industry for 15 years, finding a way to get control of COVID-19 was important for newly elected Commissioner Sarah Lopez.
This year has been extremely challenging, to say the least. We've come a long way in the last year, and that's really because all of the sacrifices our community has made and is continuing to make. I did not want the anniversary of our first COVID positive patient to go by without thanking everyone. If anything, this year has deepened my love and appreciation for this community, and I just want to thank each and every one of you.
From one healthcare provider to all of the others in our community, I want to extend a big thank you for all of the hard work that's been done over the last year. I'm particularly proud of everyone in the EMS system, from the dispatchers that answer the first 911 call, through the EMTs and paramedics that transport and provide our life-saving care, all the way to the hospital and discharge planners that take care of our people getting back to their normal lives. Every day, our providers have come to work with the attitude and expertise that we need to deliver incredible care to our community, and I couldn't be more proud.
As quickly as grocery stores could restock their shelves, food and toilet paper and similar items were gone, leaving many families without. grocery store staff quickly became essential workers, working around the clock to make sure we had food.
Our teams rose the occasion higher than they've ever done before, as we had to fill emptier shelves than we've ever seen. We've had to actually clean deeper and more often, and all the while never losing sight of the standards we have for delivering on customer service. As we move forward, we'll be stronger than ever before.
Before we move on, let's check in on artist Kevin Hansen and how he's doing with his painting. I remember my first nasal COVID-19 test. Man, was that uncomfortable. But testing is necessary to know of whether we have COVID-19 or not.
Wichita State University put up this beautiful lab testing upwards of 3,000 people a day in our community. I want to congratulate Sarah as the technical director and her team. We're on the downhill side of this. Let's just stay positive, test negative, get your vaccine, and we'll move on.
This lab has been a game changer to get people to have rapid, very high quality testing. Data's actually looking a little bit better, and I'm actually kind of excited now. I think the light is at the end of the tunnel. And I think what I've learned in this pandemic is that we didn't know what we were doing early on. We figured it out. And I'm so proud of all the people in this community, especially this laboratory from Wichita State University, working together. We are winning this war on this pandemic.
Dr. Gerald Mins serves an important role as Sedgwick County's local health officer. One of the important roles in his position is to issue local health orders. Now, however you feel about the orders, he shares with us how these were not easy decisions to make.
I felt it's a challenge to deal with this. The thing I didn't expect about it was all the media attention. I never ever thought that this would attract this much media attention. I get calls 2 or 3 times a day to be on a Zoom meeting for the television stations. It's been a challenge for everybody, and I am looking forward to this being over with. Once we get everybody vaccinated and things back up, I think we'll all be returning to what we all consider normal, and I look forward to that day so much.
I want to thank each and every one of those who have been involved in this fight, especially those on the front lines, such as our doctors, nurses, and other healthcare workers, our health department, the people that are giving the vaccines that you see behind me today. Together we can make this a great place. We have done that. It is a great place to live, work, play, and pray.
The Sedgwick County Health Department continues to partner with minority organizations to ensure that communities of color have access to the COVID-19 vaccine.
I know the past year was a difficult one for everybody, but especially to our brown and black communities. I encourage you to think about a couple of things. First, get safe. How do you get safe? That's by getting the vaccination as soon as it's available for you. The second is stay safe. Remember to wash your hands, watch your distance, and continue to wear your mask.
La pandemia nos ha hecho reflexionar sobre tantas cosas, dándonos la oportunidad de mostrar empatía y amor de diferentes maneras. Y aun cuando estamos a punto de salir adelante, es importante que no bajemos la guardia en cuanto al uso de la mascarilla, el distanciamiento social y el lavado de manos. Es importante que estemos informados sobre las vacunas del COVID-19. Por ti, por mí, por nuestra comunidad.
Tôi là sống tại thành phố Wichita trên 40 năm. Và về vấn đề COVID-19 thì tôi thấy là cộng đồng Việt Nam ở đây hơn 10.000 người thì chưa thấy ai không muốn chích Covid. Lý do là tại vì ở thành phố này theo tôi biết thì khoảng trên 10 người Việt Nam đã chết vì Covid. Thì chúng tôi xin kêu gọi tất cả đồng hương Việt Nam hãy hưởng ứng vấn đề chích Covid để bảo toàn tính mạng.
Just as the keeper is standing at a point of connection, we must remember the connections we lost this year. More than 500 families in our community are grieving the loss of a loved one. Many of us are grieving the loss of friendships. This year has been more than tough. It has broken many of us down. As we reflect, it's important to remember we all want the same things. We want a community of joy to raise our families and a safe place to lay our heads at night. So just as the keeper has weathered all storms, we are strong enough to get through this together.
In March of 2020, Governor Laura Kelly moved schools to remote learning. Households were definitely impacted by this decision. Many parents had to find resources to educate their children at home while also continuing to work to provide for their family. Every school district in Sedgwick County was certainly hit with this decision. and they had to find new and innovative ways to keep students engaged and educated.
1 year ago, we were preparing for spring break. Little did we know what the next 12 months would involve. Through all of the challenges our community has faced, we've shown resilience. We're thankful to have students back in the classrooms and for all your support. On behalf of all of the students and staff in the Wichita Public Schools and across Sedgwick County, we say, thank you!
Over the past year, we have faced unprecedented challenges as a community. It has not been easy for any of us, but together we can and we are moving forward. But we need your help. I encourage everyone to get the vaccine when it's made available to you. We need to work together to protect not only ourselves, but our neighbors and our community. We must do our part to keep Wichita and Sedgwick County safe.
Several families have lost a loved one. And the next story, Joanna, who contracted COVID-19 but didn't know about it.
In September, JoAnne and her sister got together to help their 95-year-old mom.
And she came out here. I was already positive and didn't know it. And I inadvertently gave it to my sister, who gave it to her husband.
JoAnne's brother-in-law, Wayne Gipson, contracted the virus.
Final days and hours just went quickly. He just kind of took a turn for the worst. It was unexpected.
Wayne was 64 years old.
He's kind of best defined by 40 years of thinking about his family's happiness before anything else. So their happiness was his happiness.
JoAnne says family is what got them through this difficult year.
Don't let yourself drop your guard, put your guard down, and then lose your family member at that last turn. Like, I would think now is the time to safeguard your family more than ever. This is like, we can see the end, so don't lose them now.
It's just been such a hard year and a tough time for our community. So thank you for your distancing efforts and good hygiene and masking and limiting, large crowds. Everything right now is just trending so well. Our infection numbers are down. Our hospital numbers are down. We've got vaccines rolling. And as you have the ability and become eligible, and that's happening much more quickly than anticipated, I would ask that you please consider getting a vaccine. We look forward to what we hope is the final chapter of this very long book of COVID, and we can get back to a more, what we all consider normal lifestyle and how we lead our lives. So just thank you so much for what you've done.
Thank you for taking the time to recognize Sedgwick County and the countless individuals, businesses, and organizations who are leading the fight against COVID-19. We've come a long way since last March.
And now, thankfully, we're able to vaccinate residents. So if you'd like to schedule your appointment to receive the COVID-19 vaccine, please visit sedgwickcounty.org.